What I'd like to show you today is how you can get some more functionality out of Zoom. Zoom has a whole lot of features where you can set your own preferences. And not only is it useful being able to set your preference for a lot of the common features of Zoom, but also if you go into the back end, where I'll show you now, you can actually switch on a few additional features that aren't switched on by default. If we look down the bottom of the screen here, you'll see that I've got not only a record button, where I can record the meeting either directly with the computer, but also over here with our three little dots is I can record it or live stream it on YouTube, live stream it on YouTube or on Facebook, and it will record the broadcast for later use as well. But that's not switched on automatically. Similarly, reactions, you can get reactions and engage people by using non-verbal feedback at times, and that helps just get people involved and keep them engaged in a meeting. Breakout rooms is an interesting feature where you can break a larger group up into smaller groups for them to be able to chat. And I've used this with both with intentional meetings or church meetings, but also with worship services where you can break people up where they can pass the piece and share, etc. And that allows you to create rooms, a number of rooms depending on the number of participants, and break them up into how many participants per room. Anyway, we may show you more of that later on, but today I just want to show you how to switch on these features. Apart from some of the default settings that Zoom gives you, there's quite a lot of other functionality you can get by signing into your account. And when you get to this point here, you have a look up here at the little settings here. Click on that, and you'll see profile. So if you go to your profile and then advanced features, it'll now throw you to the website. Get rid of that. And again, you'll need to log in again, sign in. You now get a lot of other functionality that you can work with. You'll see that Zoom, in response to a lot of the criticism they've been getting around security, have been making some updates. So they've been making meeting passwords and waiting rooms turned on by default. You may want to turn them off. I find it particularly unhelpful to have a waiting room when I put out a general invitation to people to attend and our church services, and many I will not know at all. So, off. So then you'll see all these whole range of options that you can turn on and turn off. I generally allow people to join the meeting before the host arrives. Nothing worse than running late and people getting flustered that they can't get in. The main things are mute participants on entry. One thing I don't like it, I didn't set this up per meeting. This seems to have it that only the host can unmute them. I set it up that they come in muted, but that they can unmute themselves. I think if we're after participation, we ought to take some of the risks associated with that. Chat, people can send messages to each other privately and to all. Leave that on. It's the one-to-one chat. File transfer, feedback to Zoom. Yeah, okay. Polling and co-hosts. So you want to be able to appoint co-hosts. This allows you to give other people a lot of control of the meeting, so to mute other people, to mute everybody, to spotlight, and just generally takes a lot of pressure off of one person having to run the whole show. Polls allow for voting, and that's probably more appropriate for meetings, but a useful feature. I like to have the control bar showing all the time. Otherwise, you've got a lot of the controls that disappear, and you've got to move your mouse or touch your screen depending on what device you're using. But certainly while you're learning and getting used to it, having that switched on is a good idea. Screen sharing, I've got it that all participants can share, but you may want to make that only the host if you're worried about people sharing, but most people are dead scared to be able to share anything, but you can change that here. You can set that up for individual meetings as well. The whiteboard, I have it on, haven't used it much. Yeah, I still want to work with. Non-verbal feedback, move on, people can click on icons, thumbs up, thumbs down, voting, things in meetings useful. Allowing removed participants to rejoin, I have that off. If I kick someone out, I want them to stay out. People can rename themselves. Often the computers, they come up named after their computer. It's handy to be able to have real names there. So these are some of the advanced ones that I really want to talk about. Breakout rooms allow you to split participants up into separate smaller rooms for discussions. I think it's going to be particularly important when we come to training and ethics training, where we want to break people up. But I've used it in worship services where it gives you options as to how many people per room. We broke everyone up into 4 people per room, and let them share and pass the piece to each other and talk more privately. So it's part of our prayer and sharing time. It's a useful little tool worth exploring and playing with. Virtual background. It's a bit of fun for people to be able to change their background, and it gives them some interaction. Most people drop back to not having a virtual background unless you've got a particularly messy house or office. But that's good to leave on, because I think it's one of the early things that people can have fun with, working and getting confidence with the medium. The waiting room, as you say, this is by default switched on now. You can switch it off. I generally have it off. Again, it's one of those security features that people coming in and joining a meeting uninvited. Browser link, yes. Now this is an interesting one. Allow live streaming of meetings. So I've selected Facebook and YouTube. When you actually come into the meeting to do it, you can only choose one. One of the advantages of Facebook is that you can share it to particular pages, and then also cross-post it to other pages that you have the rights to publish on. So once you've finished all that, just close. So there you have it. Go in, set your preferences to what you want, turn on some of those additional features, and yeah, get out there using it. It's a good tool. Thanks.